everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make your own textured background without an embossing folder. I'm also going to be using the stamp set called Howdy Neighbor and Florals and Flutters. So let's get started. I'm using a piece of white daisy cardstock cut at 4.5 by 5 3/4, and I'm going to line the corner up in my scoreboard, and I'm using a scoring stylus. So I'm starting out by scoring a line, and then I'm moving over 1/2 inch, and then I'm scoring another line, and then I'm doing the score line right next to it, which is 1/8 inch. So then I'll move over 1/2 inch, 1/8 inch, 1/2 inch, another 1/2 inch, and then 1/8 inch. So you've got a single line and then a double line and a single line and a double line. So then I'm going to score right down the center again, and then 1/8 inch over, and then I'm going to move over 1/2 inch and score a line, and then move over another 1/2 inch and do 2 lines, and then 1/2 inch, and so forth. So I've sped up this speed really quickly, as you get the idea now. So 1/2 inch, then 2 lines, 1/2 inch, 1 line, 1/2 inch, 2 lines, and so forth. So I'm going to continue with that pattern. And then you see the crisscross pattern that I've created. Okay. All right, let's do a little stamping. I've got the Hugs sentiment on my block, and I'm going to stamp that in black ink. And then I'll be cutting this out using the coordinating thin cut. And then I'm going to stamp this floral stamp. It's flowers in a jar. And then I'll be cutting that out with the coordinating thin cut, and I'll also be coloring it in using our tri-blend markers. And then I'm going to stamp 3 of these little hearts. I'm not sure how many I'm going to want to use, but I want to have them all stamped out. Okay, so off camera, I've colored everything in using the tri-blends, and now I'm going to take my scored background piece, and I'm going to cut this out using a stitched rectangle die, and this is from Lawn Fawn. It's exactly the size of an A2 card, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it trims down my textured background to exactly the right size for my card front. And then I'm going to cut out all of my stamped images using the coordinating thin cuts. We'll get those all run through the Big Shot. It makes it really quick to create a card when you have all these coordinating dies for all of your images. And you can create a pretty card with just white daisy cardstock and ink. Okay, so we'll skip ahead, and now we're ready to start assembling the card. So I've got my card base, and we'll get that folded, and then I'm just going to attach that textured piece using some Tombow tape runner. And I thought I was going to do this portrait, but you'll see when I start laying things out on my card front, they don't fit. So easy fix, just turn it landscape. So that worked, and then I decided it needed a little something extra, so I got some shimmer trim, and this is a retired shimmer trim in coral color, but you can choose gold, any color of shimmer trim you wish, or you could cut a piece of the glitter paper at 1/2 inch So I decided it coordinated with the colors that I chose to color in my flowers and the bow. So that's the one that I chose. And then I'm going to add some of these crystal gems. These are from Pink Fresh Studios, and so I'll scatter some of those around. So I'm just trimming my shimmer trim. It's a little bit larger than the size of the card, and I'll just place this down. It's self-adhesive, so I'll place it down and then I'll just trim off the excess. It's a lot easier to cut your shimmer trim straight by just trimming off the excess. And it's the right size. Okay, and then I'm going to add my elements to the front of the card using some thin foam tape. I'm going to keep it clean and simple so that you can see that textured background. So everything is popped just a little bit with the foam tape. And then I'll add all of my crystal gems. And I decided that one heart works rather than 3. Pretty simple. So there's my finished card. I'll have some close-ups in a sec. So all these supplies are currently available in my online store. I'll make a list in the description below with links, and you can shop at the URL in the upper right corner of your screen. I appreciate you watching my video today. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.